Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Endless Legend Symbiosis. Why are we back at the main title menu, you might be asking? Well, primarily because we have to restart this series. So I recorded for a few more hours in preparation for next week's videos, right? And you may have noticed at the end of the last video, we were in a very bizarre spot where we were isolated on a continent with no other players to interact with. And I can tell you now, after 5 additional hours of recording, that did not change. At all. I tried to get boats to get off the continent, and of course the AI, having impossible difficulty on their side, were able to sink my ships every time we tried to get off. They would not let me go anywhere, so we couldn't actually find any other players. We met some, but we couldn't actually find their land. We couldn't get to them, we couldn't conquer, we couldn't do anything except for sit on our landmass, unable to expand, unable to do pretty much anything, except for tame Urkans when they came by, which we did, but that was the only thing I had going for me. Now, I don't mind a game where I will lose. That's a learning experience, and that's part of the fun and the challenge. What I cannot abide is a boring game where nothing happens for 10 videos and ask you guys to watch that. It's not fun for me to record, it's not fun for you to watch, so we're not going to do that. Instead, let's go ahead and start up a new game. I am going to bump things down to serious difficulty, which in and of itself feels like a defeat. But after a few hours of playing, I actually think that Mykara might be a pretty weak faction, and I'm going to need some help to even be competitive. Either that, or I just don't quite understand the intricacies of how to make them competitive. But they came across as a little bit weak to me. We're going to do a random map again. Hopefully it's not nearly as crazy as last time, and let's just go ahead and get started again. And I apologize because it makes me feel bad. I feel really bad that you guys watched 2 videos and it was a total waste of time, but I couldn't have known. At the time that I record that, I do usually about a week's worth of videos at a time, so 3, and then I try to progress from there, you know, every weekend, and that's my recording sessions. I couldn't have known the game would turn out that way, but I do know that if I kept going, stubbornly, it would have been really dull to watch. So I apologize, I really do, but I think this is the best way to go forward. I also feel bad about bumping down the difficulty, but you know what? It turns out I need the help. Maybe last time I played as the Kapaku, we did extremely well, but it may be just that the Kapaku are that strong. Because of Mykara, I really need the help, is all I can say. Alright, so in this map, what do we have? Good amount of food and production from a lot of forest, a massive tree, mutant marsh, okay. No anomalies with approval that I can see. There's actually 3. What's this? Palm trees with escaped specimens for a bit more. Okay. So 3 anomalies within immediate access if we settled over here. That's not terrible. Let's go ahead and take these Ipitanes and split them off from the main group. Where do I want to go? I see coastlines. So there's probably not a lot over here to see. Let's go this way. Just see if I can't find anything. The problem with starting with this many, forests around you is you can't actually go very far to see much. We're going to try going this way. Okay, can you please... There we go. Clicking on him is proving to be a little bit difficult. I don't really see anything to do. There may be some really good stuff in my region up in this region, but do I want to delay my settle to find out? Probably not. So right here is, again, a very strong food and industry start. This time around, no approval. But I'm okay with that. I do miss having more science. That's something we are going to be struggling with, but at least we have a pretty strong early start with food and production. So we're going to go ahead and settle right here. Okay, boom. And while we are at it, let's take our hero. We're going to move you down over here, and we are going to attack the Nidya. Because why not start this way using my militia and my Ipitane, get as much XP going as possible. So we barely are new to this world. We barely settle down, and already we have to go kill people. I am a warmonger at heart. There's just no way around it. Let's go ahead and make sure you guys get off the reinforcement points. And then go ahead and attack each one individually to kind of slow them down. They have the initiative bonus, so... Not sure how much we're going to be able to do. He is going after my Ipitanes, and of course they're stuck here, which means no reinforce point from me. But we'll be able to get one more militia in here. I want the militia to do all the heavy lifting if possible. Let's back up and hit you. You back up and hit him. And you guys keep focusing, keep targeting that guy, don't let him go anywhere. Alright? The hero will take some damage, but they'll regen over time. It'll be fine. Okay, so he's still attacking this unit because why not? The Nidya do have circular attack, which is pretty strong because that allows them to attack anything in an arc in front of them. So he's getting a lot of extra damage in on my units or my militia as he does this. I think the exact same attack pattern should do fine. Oh, good. We finally got to move off. All right, so he can't hit my... yes, he can. He can hit my Epitanes again. Of course, why not? Come on, hit something else. Hit the militia. All right, so that Nidya is dead. I'm going to go ahead and back the hero up and let the Rangers finish this off and take less damage. No! Gosh dang it. I forgot. If you move and then hit hold position, he doesn't actually go anywhere. He stays where he is and attacks. You have to hit hold position and then tell him to move. Yeah, whatever. All right, militia finished the job. We took a little damage, but meh. It's not that big of a deal. In the meantime, we already have a subjugated faction. The question actually is, do we want to immediately start a fungal bloom? Probably not, because that's going to take a lot of valuable food that I need to grow as fast as we can. So yeah, never mind. We're not going to worry about that. If we do integrate the Nidya, we will be able to get extra initiative on units, which is not half bad. And the Arpuha as a flying unit, their stats are not stellar, but if you equip them with pretty good weapons and armor, the circular attack is not bad, and of course they are a flying unit. So that can be somewhat helpful. We do need to construct things, of course. So let's go for the Founders Memorial. I guess we'll queue up the Geomic Labs, but I don't expect to get a lot of value out of that. And for research, we're going to go for... Do I want to go for the Mill Foundry? First, yes, but I think I might follow that up with Public Library and then Seed Storage. Industry is still very important to me in the early game. The percentage-based increase is good. But what I'm definitely going to be struggling for is science. In fact, the Geomic Labs does not really do much for me. We kind of need to unlock things, other things to build. I need the Public Library. With the Geomic Labs, I will get 2 science. With the Public Library, I'll get 10 plus 10%. It's just objectively better. Of course, we have to research the Public Library as opposed to the Geomic Labs, but nonetheless. I will skip that part of the faction quest because you've already seen this. Nothing new there. I'm going to have you guys work over to these ruins. You are going to head down this way. Okay, more ruins to get to over here, I suppose. Lots of clay. Search these ruins. Dust. All right. I am going to go a little bit faster on this video and probably the next one. Just trying to catch up to where we were before. I'll also run a little bit longer, I think. Just because I don't want to lose a lot of time. I respect you guys and your time too much to do that. I feel like we have to try to make it up somehow. So I'm going to do that. Haunts down here is good because I do want to assimilate Haunts. The extra science is certainly very strong. I really thought we had a good chance last time with the Silix. But I was wrong. We're actually going to go this way. Who do we encounter? Sisters of Mercy. Okay. I'm going to have you go over here instead. I thought the Silix were going to be really good for us. Hey, another player. What do you know? They do exist! But the Silix are actually not that great for the Mykara. Because what I discovered is that the 50% penalty on extractors as the Mykara is multiplicative with the Silix bonus. So instead of getting an extra 0.5 strategic resource per pacified Silix village, we only got 0.25. Which, needless to say, is not very impressive. You can invest heavily in the Silix to try and make up for your deficiency, but then you're losing out on good things like the Haunts with an extra 5% science for each village. So to me, like, that just did not work out. Dorgeshi, okay? I'm guessing the multiplicative effect works here as well. They just got killed by somebody. I saw that. So there is another player right up there. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's cover some ground. I'm not really desperate to meet the other player, but I guess we should probably find out what they're good at. We should probably just put eyes on them at the very least. Find out what they can do. Are we going to go against an aggressive civ like the necromorphs? Not necromorphs. What am I trying to say? I don't remember what their name is anymore. Crap. Necrophage. Wait, is that right? I don't remember anymore. Crap. But, or are we going to go against a science focus like the mages or the vaulters? Like, these things are important to know. So we're going to finish up the Founders Memorial in a moment. I guess we will start researching, building up the Geomic Labs, or we could start working on another unit. Or a burrow. If I went for a burrow, We could get a little bit of extra science. The question is, how do I want to expand going forward? There is an anomaly here with the massive tree in the hot prairie. But that's about it. Nothing really is calling my name out here. Yeah, there are no outstanding build locations. I guess we could build in like a triangular pattern this way or something. And just try to cover as much ground that way. I mean, I think over the geomic labs, I would indeed prefer to get an extra burrow. Because that also will get me an extra 2 science, as well as other useful things. That's just better. Besides, you never know. Sometimes there are missions to build the geomic labs and get some sort of free tech. So if we hold on to the geomic labs, maybe we get lucky and we find something new. Okay, the other player has gotten out of there. There's another ruin to look at. You hop on down here. I guess we'll pop in here. Hello, the Alayi. Well, that's going to be fun. Ah, lust for loot already. Wow, that's great. So let's try to get out of his lands. The Alayi are an interesting faction. They have perks that change depending on the season. Okay, who's going to be blue, I wonder? I'd like to get down here, but that's going to be a little bit difficult. I guess we'll try to figure out who that other player is as well. I have no idea what kind of symbiotic effects we'll get for attacking the Alayi. 0 ideas. So you need to get up here and then start working up this way. We'll teleport the hero to continue with lust for loot, assuming another player doesn't kill me, which could very well happen. Would surprise nobody, really. But we'll try. Gosh dang it all, we'll try. Let's make sure we get out of the Alayi's land. I do not want to provoke them. You get up this way. Another pacified village, the Dorgeshi again. 30 more dust, okay. Start working up that away. Looks like we're going to find some more coast or some sort of a land bridge down here, maybe. Kind of hard to tell for sure. No sign of blue, so they must be up over here. I have no idea how big the region's going to be. Okay, one more turn on research until we can get the mill foundry. Our science is going to be a big bottleneck for us. Like, we are really going to be struggling with science. I'm glad to see the extra food in production. But as the game progresses, I definitely value science the most. So we're going to have to figure out ways to kind of get around that handicap as quick as we can. We could buy out the mill foundry instead of waiting for it and keep working on the burrow. Is that a good use of money right now? Or would it be better to buy a public library? I might prefer to buy out the public library. Well, no, it's better to buy out the mill foundry. Get the burrow streets going faster. We can build the public library faster. It's probably still the better choice. All right, we'll do that. Whoop, let's go down here instead. That is not a land bridge after all, but there is some glass steel. Dust, okay. Hero. Found some more dust. Still no sign of blue. I guess I'm going to start working down toward this ruin. We'll try to pick that up before we teleport so we can get the lust for loot. Okay. Another Dorgeshi village. Again, it's just a pity. I'm pretty confident that their effect is multiplicative and I'm not going to get anything. We could speed up the burrow so that it finishes around the same time as the public library, and that way we get as much benefit as possible, and I guess that's going to be the way to go. Okay. I kind of resent not getting to find out who blue is before I leave this region. Could be literally anybody except for the Kapaku, I think. Oh, good. Okay, so build the geomic labs and we get open pit mine for luxury production. See, and this is why I sometimes prefer not to build the geomic labs right away. Still nothing over here. Good lord. All right. There's another village. Definitely not a ruin. This is a ruin, however. Okay, pop up over here. We are going to teleport the hero. and do Lust for Loot. We get 15 glass steel, and if we go to the next location, which of course is way down over here, we would be able to get an extra 80 dust. That's going to be a bit of a tall order. It's a long run back, but the hero can probably do that while the Ipitang continues to scout. Probably turn right and go explore this general area. I haven't even explored my entire region yet. You should always do that in the beginning if you can. The hero needs to level up. We'll give him the extra defense. And there's nothing else to do, so let's move on. We actually are speeding up with the burrow quite quickly. I guess I can switch over to science so we can actually make sure the public library and the burrow finish around the same time. Well, I say that, and then it goes to 3 turns. Alright. What if we did this? We'll grow a tiny bit slower, but we get everything else done in 2 turns. I'm happy with that. Open pit mine would be good, but it's not a super high priority. We're going to split off. I can't split off the hero, of course. Never mind. Because once you teleport him, you can't do that. Okay. There's a ruin up here. All right. It's going to be at least a few turns before I'll be able to teleport the hero. How many turns until I can teleport him again? He is stuck for 4 turns. In 4 turns, I could get this Ipitang over here to continue with Lust for Loot. So, okay, that's actually about perfect. We'll let the hero continue exploring this way, get XP, and then we'll have to teleport him down here and continue Lust for Loot that way. Because unfortunately, you do have to have a hero exploring all of these locations. 15 glass steel is not a bad start. I can't use it right now, but it's not a bad start. I think I might have actually preferred to have some extra dust or something. Maybe some influence for a better Empire plan? I don't know. Anything like that would have been fine, but we didn't get lucky. I'm trying to think what our early expansion kind of aggression is going to have to be like. Now that we know we are bordering some players, Alai and some unknown player over here. If I thought that we had a lot of strategics to work with, that'd be one thing. But once again, I don't see any in my starting region. Could still exist right over here, or maybe even one right here. No idea. But you really want strategics to have a good chance at beating the AI. Either that, or we need to have enough industry to just pump out tons of iron units. And many of them will get killed, but I mean, we'll just overwhelm them with sheer quantity. You know, those are things you can do. It's not necessarily smart, but it is a thing that you can do. Get some extra XP here. Once again, we find nothing. Feeling a little bit sad about that. We start with search party, so my odds of having that happen were pretty low. Somebody is outside of my apartment just honking. I hope that's not getting picked up on the mic. I apologize. What is this idiot doing? It's not a car alarm. And it's too irregular in its pattern to be a machine. So it's somebody sitting there just going, deep, 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 deep. What the crud is wrong with that person? I got half a mind to lean out the balcony and say, shut the heck up. What are they doing? Okay, I'm actually getting really annoyed. I'm going to try to push through this, but holy crap, that is beyond a little bit irritating. All right. So geomic labs are on the way, but I would say the public library is a higher priority because we get a lot more science. Let's go ahead and focus on some industry, or we could focus on growth. 2 turns. We could buy out the geomic labs, but that's just not a lot of science. It's only like 3, maybe 4 more per turn. 4 per turn. I mean, that's not inconsequential. I mean, it's better than it was, but it's not great. Oh, finally. Good lord. I wonder if it's just some kid that was sitting there. You never know. You never will know. We're going to try to pick up this ruin, then teleport the hero, and pick up this one for Lust for Loot. Lust for Loot only lasts for, like, what, 15 turns? So we're not going to get a lot more time with it. So we'll pick up what we can, but I don't expect to get more than 2. There's red over here. Okay, another player. Fairly well spaced out. Oh my god. I'll have you know. What were the odds of 3 of those with search party going bad? Alright, move the hero, and search. 80 dust. Go over here, past green, to get the blood crystal. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and say right now that's not going to happen. He has already gotten to settle a second region. Look at that. Don't you love playing against an AI with all the advantages? The boss. Centaurs. We meet them. Wonderful. We probably should use these guys to continue exploring the rest of my region, see if we have anything, strategics, that I can use. I mean, I'm kind of desperate. Well, I say that, and then it looks like we're about to have our first eclipse. I'd love to split the Ipotane off, but that's not going to be an option. Okay, nothing else going on there. So I guess we backtrack, because we know there's a ruin right over here. And honestly, you don't want to go very far either. We'll go over this way a little bit. Okay, more boss. At least we'll be able to try... That's the thing, is my fungal blooms only can be applied in neutral regions. So as these guys rapidly expand, I'm not going to be able to do my fungal blooms very much. Alright, well, let's just keep trying. We grew our city. We can go for a bit of extra influence, maybe. I don't know. Let's do a simulation and see what I would want. Science, and probably this. I'd like to have 40 influence by the time we get to our Empire plan in 6 turns. If I don't do that, that means we're going to get 3 per turn. That means in 6 turns I'm going to get 18, which is going to be enough. So, okay, we can focus on something like industry, or we can go to science. Let's go to science and speed this up, because in 2 turns I'm going to need to build something new. Seems reasonable enough. Okay, titanium down here, by the way. Did notice that. Seratan, haunts. Just thinking about other areas of expansion. Glass steel. I need to get my alchemist furnace tech pretty quickly, because I want to get those fungal blooms up and get as much value out of it as we can before they expand. It's going to cost me some precious food, but it's possibly my only real chance of getting some strategics. Alright, so here comes the eclipse. Oh. Okay, this is the wrong kind of ruin. Dust eclipse has happened, which means now we can actually deploy fungal blooms using dust. Yes, is a thing that I could do. I don't really have anything I care to bloom. I guess I can go ahead and get started on this. We have a little bit of food. It does reduce my population growth a tiny bit, but I think it's okay. Okay, that's 80 dust. Can I get into the Alayi lands? There's actually something right over here. I saw the glow. So let's take the safe route instead. Alright. Geomic labs will be done. That will get me a free tech, as well as give me a bit more science. We're actually starting to get up to a more respectable number. I mean, you can definitely overcome almost any handicap at the beginning of the game. Almost. Brighter future. There's the open pit mine. So, do we want to go for the emeralds? I mean, emeralds aren't that great. Spices, however, are fantastic. So let's do that. And I have not discovered anything else. And I don't really have a lot of food to work with. Let's go for the seed storage. That will only take me 2 turns currently. Can't really speed that up much. I don't really need the dust. I think we'll focus on getting some extra food going. So the good news is, you usually have at least a few turns after your eclipse before the winter fires, which means you can get the seed storage and guarantee at least some value out of it. If you built this just before winter, it would be a waste of your time. I probably want to build the husbandry center after this as well, so we can get a lot of extra population. Yes, that costs me more dust and upkeep. But lots of food means growing really tall, and we are a one-city civ. So let's pick this up. Okay, more dust. That's to be expected. Sometimes you get lucky with strategics. What's this? Upkeep? Okay. Would have preferred a movement conflux so we can cover more ground, but you don't always get lucky. 75 more dust. I guess we'll try walking down over here. Pick up this. Work over here. It's probably all the ruins we'll be able to get out of this particular eclipse. Hero levels up, which means we can go for the extra life on units. I do think that is a smart choice. Okay. I am trying to go faster. I'm definitely trying to go faster. I know the last couple of videos were a little on the slow side. Alright. Start walking over here. I guess we might as well pick up the upkeep conflux, because save a little dust, but... Aha! Found a ruin. We'll try going over here next. Okay. 1 turn on the seed storage. Still growing a little bit. This will certainly help. Do we want to focus on getting the husbandry center faster? I would say probably not. In fact, I think I'd rather put everyone on food just to kind of grow a little faster. Or we can go back to Alchemist Furnace. But we can't shave off any turns there. So let's just focus on getting a little bit of extra food. Try to grow tall. Nice and big and strong. Eat my Wheaties. Yeah? Do people even eat Wheaties anymore? That was a cereal I ate as a kid, but I don't think I've ever seen it. Like, in years. It still exists, I'm almost positive. Somebody is already up to Era 2. Glass steel, okay. And let's search the ruin. 30 dust. Oh, crap, there was another... I keep forgetting with eclipses you can double search a ruin. Alright, well, at this point I'm not going to backtrack right now. Let's keep covering some more ground, find out who else is out there. We'll be able to get it later. That was just, you know, one of those oversight things that I do. So if I did this, we could shave off a turn. If I moved over 2 people, we can shave off a turn and still grow pretty quickly. After that, I think we go for another burrow. This is probably the best choice. I mean, there aren't really any... There are just so few anomalies in this region. No strategics, unless this has something right here, which maybe it does. But I'm not feeling very hopeful. Need to get that Alchemist Furnace up and running and then get as much food as possible. And this is where the Husbandry Center comes in handy. And there goes the Eclipse. That was pretty quick. Alrighty then. I guess you guys go ahead and head up here. Or actually, maybe go explore this general area. What else you got? I don't know why I just backtracked. I should have just kept going this way. Oh well. What kind of minor faction do we have here? Nydia? Okay. Nydia aren't really that bad. They're not that great, but they're not that bad. So once we have Alchemist Furnace, what do we want next? Probably not going to bother with the advanced alloys at this point. I probably will go for the Empire Mint. Language Square, I mean, it would give me something else to do. I need 3 techs. If I go for the Empire Mint, the Language Square, and the Mercenary Market, that would get me into the next era, with everything that I would consider to be the most essential. You know, something I hadn't considered, we could also be deliberately building the city out in such a way that we can build ships, because that is the only way that I'm going to get on the ocean. But the only way to do that is to build out this way. I don't think... Can I build ships if they go into another region? I don't know if that's how it works. I feel like no. It says that there's something here. There is a resource. So right on this tile, there is a resource that I have not discovered yet. It does exist. Honestly, I should back up here. And I know I'm backtracking yet again. But we should get over here and find out what it is. Because whether it's a luxury or a strategic, we are going to be able to use it. So we should. Okay. 2 turns left on the Husbandry Center. Alchemist Furnace is done. Glass Steel, and then we have to get some extractors for the Moonleaf. And we fail Lust for Loot, but that was expected. We can go for the Glass Steel over here. I guess the question becomes, what is the least likely to get eaten by another player? We'll try for this Titanium here. And maybe 2 Glass Steel here. This kind of feels like I'm putting a lot of eggs in one basket, but we're going to try it. I still want to get the Husbandry Center so we can double our food production per citizen. So we'll accept a little bit of negative growth temporarily. Here's a ruin. Go to that. Empire plan time. Okay. I think we go for science and unit cost reduction because I'm probably going to build a few because I don't think we're going to have a ton of buildings to go for. And having an early game army, I mean, who knows? Maybe we use it and try to beat up the Alai. Winter has begun, okay? That usually means the Alai become aggressive. They enter dark form. It also means I am producing even less food than before. And we're being attacked by minotaurs. Okay, well, we're going to retreat and not deal with that. We need to get out of here because we're going to die. Dust, okay. I mean, we're already at the roaming army stage of the game, which is just fun. Hey, cool, a pearl. I like that. The Alai do tend to be very protective of pearls. Probably because that is when their faction was released, when that expansion added in pearls in winter. Wasn't always a thing, believe it or not. Okay, we could use our dust to buy out some stuff, but I don't see a point. We can't buy out Burrow Streets. I can't buy out the Husbandry Center right now. Could go for a Center for Mineralogy, but that's going to cost me a lot of city upkeep that I can't afford right now. And I'm probably not going to be having a lot of people sitting here on... I'm probably not going to have a lot of people sitting here on science in the early game. Later on, yes. Now, no. Okay, we're going to get some spice extractors going soon. That's something, but we're not going to get not very fast. Okay, we need to get away from the Minotaurs. We're going to go into this neutral region over here. And we find another ruin right there. Good. Still can't quite see this. That's just a tease. Okay, so now we're actually... Well, we can grow a little bit. If I slow down on this burrow. Is it better to go hard on the burrow? No, it's probably better just keep my growth going up. Every time we lose growth, that is something I just have to get back later. So we might as well not do that. Okay, so the blue region's actually quite substantial. Okay, who is this? This looks like mages? I think these are the arcane mages here, or whatever they're called. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's mages. Well, that's thematically appropriate. Huh. I am hopeful that we can eventually meet these players and find one of them attacking the other. We can pick a side and then try to attack and take advantage. That would have to be my goal. That's the only way I think I'm going to be able to reliably win anything. Alright, let's go ahead and search here. Dust again. Okay. Let's go ahead and explore a little bit more this way. There's some pearls. What do we find? Titanium. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start working on that. Now, Mr. Hero. Why don't you go up this way? Do I want to go for another glass steel? That would put me in the negative food range, which is probably not very smart. So no. In 3 turns, we will have our next stage of the faction quest done. Which obviously will be good. Make more progress on that. We probably will pause the Burrow Streets in order to get the Empire Mint so I can start getting more dust going. And then, honestly, a couple of Ipitanes. Though we should go through here and make sure we give them better armor. Movement is not a bad idea. Honestly, I could kind of justify doing the same thing on the hero. Like, I would like to be able to go a little faster. You already start off with all the tier 1 armor. A little extra movement. So we don't have 3, we go up to 4. And then, do we want to stick with Infantry Slayer, or do we want to move over to a one-handed weapon with a shield for better survivability? It's not really worth worrying about. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade you and retrofit. Spend some of that dust. But the advantage is now my army can move a little bit faster. We'll pick up these pearls and head up this way. Okay. You... Honestly, just grab this pearl real quick, then come down here. Hello. Okay. Driders are very weak units. He has been damaged. How have the Driders been damaged? I wonder if there's blue over here right now, attacking the Saratan. That could be the case. Still trying to grow as much as we can during winter. Empire Mint is done. Good. Go ahead and make that a priority. We could actually just buy it out. Cost me 178 gold. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Let's get that Empire Mint up and running. Get some more dust production. I can shave off a turn from the Burrow Street, but I still think it's better to grow. Let's see. Okay, that's a unspoiled ruin we should explore. Found nothing. Grand. I want to confirm that we are facing mages. I'm about positive that we are, but I want to know for sure. We could build the Altar of Auriga. Now, the advantage of the Altar of Auriga is that it does not give you disapproval for having it, which means you can build it in fairly extreme areas of your city, and it's not going to mess up your pattern. You know, for example, if our triangle was going out this way, we would want it on the corner of the triangle. I don't know if I want to build this right away or not. The advantage is we get a little bit of extra influence going. I don't know. I'm kind of two minds on that. We almost have enough influence to assimilate the Nidya if we wanted to. I'm not sure if we do want to. My spices are very slowly accumulating. Winter is over, thank God. Alright, mint is done. We don't have an altar, so we can't see what prayers are available, and we get some Moonleaf. And the Apotheosis of Toth, which again, you guys saw in the last video. We get attacked by a Drider. Fortunately, I have enough health regen that we can survive that for now. I'm going to go ahead and start retreating the unit back home. I wanted to go over here, but it's low enough. And I do not want to risk losing the unit, because it's a little bit harder to rebuild units, if that makes any sense. Better to just go ahead and regen. Let's go ahead and grab this glass steel deposit. Okay, we do not need to be going this fast here, so let's go for a bit of extra production. Still like to grow in 2 turns. We can pop the moon... No, we can't. Oh, because we, right. Oh, dang. Because we, went ahead and overgrew the Nidya village, we increased our costs. Right. Well, that is unfortunate, so we can't get the extra Moonleaf bonus right now. Hate that. We could try for this glass steel over here as well, and I will. I'm trying to start stockpiling whatever we can. It'll only do so much, but we're going to try. Don't think we need this anymore. I think people would prefer to see a cleaner map. So what I guess I could do is go around and kill minor faction villages. I'm going to go ahead and retrofit you as well so we have more movement. We could go around and kill minor faction villages with the intention of maybe picking somebody up for assimilation. And if we're going to do that, I think we go get the haunts down here. It's also a good way of getting some extra XP on my units while we sit around with not much to do, aside from going and exploring and meeting new players. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Well, we're about to get some more titanium production. Sisters of Mercy are running around and doing things now. Yeah, I think we want to go and kill the haunts. We probably should build the Altar of Auriga. Let's finish this burrow and see what our other options are. Because we can't build over here until this is finished. In 1 turn, we will grow. Still want to keep that going. We can go for a little bit of extra science, I suppose. Okay. Sure. Tiny bit of extra science is not a bad idea. So that should complete the burrow, right? And we have a titanium extractor done. Good. Urkans are going to be rising up pretty soon. Nope, the burrow had 1 more turn left on it. Okay. Nope, stay there. Growth or science? Probably growth. So we have some haunts roaming around. Haunts are pretty strong, the ended. They have good stats, and they're pretty fast. Really, what we want to do is draw this guy close to the capital and attack there. He actually might be close enough as is, though. I think he is. I want to bring in the militia. So let's attack. Okay. The hero doesn't need to be this close. I'm actually completely okay with the militia running in first. I'm a little concerned about the ended rushing the weak unit, because that does sort of tend to happen. I'm going to have you hold position, because I don't want you dying and getting chain lightninged yet. And the rest of you are fine as is. You're going to have to come up here. And the militia are going to go last, because we don't have enough initiative. That's unfortunate. Okay. Oh, right, they're flying units. Of course, they can go over cliffs. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. That would be a problem, wouldn't it? Okay, you guys all attack here. You two attack this guy. You probably can hit him. Not safely. Hold your position. Wait one more turn. Well, that was a pretty good hit. Alright. So, wait, he's actually way slower than I thought. He had 6 movement on the open world, but here in the battle space, he only has 2, slowed down to 1. Oh yeah, he's way slower than I thought. Okay, move there and attack. You back up and attack. You, ranged attack. You, honestly, can just move over and sit tight. Let the militia do the rest of the heavy lifting. Why take damage? Actually, the Ipitanes might finish it off now. There we go. Okay. Helps a little bit. Thank you, militia. You did good. Much appreciated. Here's looking fine. Let's see. Level up on an Ipitane and a bunch of militia for killing all those guys. Sweet. Okay. Language square is going to be done in a moment. We actually can try parlaying with them before we kill them and see if we can get any quests. Sometimes you get a good quest. Sometimes the rewards are worth it. If it's not, you just kill them. Now, I'm looking at the score here, and score is highly derived from... it's highly derived from the number of cities you have. The fact that red is on par with me makes me wonder if red up here is the cultists. Could be. Really hard to say for sure. We also know we're about to have an eclipse. So you know what? I had plans, but I've changed my mind. We are going to split up. Thank you, need to split. Why can't you? I don't want to join armies, I just want to start a new one. Fine. You go up here. Oh, this Ipitane can't split off, that's why. We can split off the hero, though. But you know what? You're already really weak. Let's stick together. Pop up over here. I'll just grab the pearl, I guess. I already saw the militia leveled up. Why are we looking at that again? Alright, so we can do the altar over here. Okay, I guess. Probably better to do something like over here. Yeah. Again, it doesn't reduce my happiness, so if we build over here, we get a lot of extra science, which I think is a priority. We're not really helping level up a district anytime soon, but... I mean, okay, admittedly, my approval is pretty low. We're content, but we're not enjoying a lot of benefits like we were last time. I have not gotten any luxuries to work with. We do need to kind of build boroughs in an intelligent fashion. But I'm going to stick with what we have here, because I need the extra resources. We're content, yes, but... oh well. I guess we're just not going to be happy anytime soon. So wait, did we just get to Era 2? We can skip Mercenary Market and go for something else, like Production or Science. That requires titanium, which I am producing. Terrain with forests and other exploitations. We do have plenty of forest. That is not an issue. So we would get some definite benefit out of that. When do I want to get a hero? I kind of want to get a hero for my city, my governor, as soon as possible. So I think I am actually going to stick with what we have. We got Nuir, Ghost Force, cost dust. Heroes can make our army invisible. I mean, situationally, that could be pretty good. All right, let's see. That is an attack conflux. I was hoping for movement. We did not find that. We can go over here, though. Go ahead and pop this. Wolfbane the Shepherd, a staff that I can't use. Don't I feel like the luckiest boy ever? And there's actually no eclipsed anything over here. I wonder if these are actually roving clans. Maybe they are actually roving clans. I don't know for absolute sure. Okay, well, there's at least 2 more ruins over here we can get. If we can find a movement conflux to get over here, that'd be great. If not, oh well. Okay. Moving on, I guess. I do like the amount of health regen we can get on these units. Okay, and Urkan has fired. It is Chaka. I really like Chaka. Because if you feed him the right resources and put him in a region next to a city, your controlled regions produce 50% more science. Needless to say, that is a substantial amount. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of that. He's also a ranged Urkan instead of a melee Urkan, which sort of can be good, depending a little bit on how it's used. Grow in 1 turn or Auriga in 1 turn? I think grow in 1 turn. Still more important in this case. The Urkans can be powerful. What I don't understand about them is they can't burrow into a controlled region as far as I can tell. Which means once every region has been colonized by an AI, are they just stuck? Like, that's the part that I don't get. You have to put them in army form. If I wanted to move them to a different region and settle them down, like, do I have to raise the city in that region to make that work? I mean, possibly. I don't know. Alright, we'll search here. We get 85 more dust. There's a conflux for movement right here. That's exactly what I was hoping to find. Thank you much. Go here or here? Guess we'll start up over here. Could work our way to this as well. Just trying to think of how to maximize my potential reward. Alright, population grows again. Museum of Auriga now actually looks kind of tempting to me. If I built it out over, let's say, here, we'd be able to level it up pretty quickly and get a lot of extra approval. And that would offset a lot of the damage of what I've done. So yeah, I'm thinking we actually now want to go ahead and focus on getting the Museum of Auriga. We won't grow very fast, but if I can get this and then level it up, that solves most of my approval needs without having to go for sewers or central markets at all. Hi, the boss. We're sitting here in a dust blizzard where I couldn't see them. Fun. Invisible centaurs. It's not something you hear about every day. Alright, so we now have that museum extracting all of these resources. The altar has been built. We are being attacked. I guess I have to fight them. Somebody's already activated 4 luxuries. So somebody is praying for extra defense on infantry and not on cavalry. I'm okay with that. I definitely do not want minus 25% food on cities. I don't even think I want this. So out of the 3 potential upcoming winter effects, I guess this is the best. Oh crap, I wasn't actually ready. I thought I was just setting up the battle. Well, bollocks. Okay, try to get in position and attack them if you can. Good news is we took no damage and he can't get to... Wow, you're fast now. Holy crud. Oh, that's right. Yeah, just run away. Have fun with that. You, pelt him. You, kill him. Okay, took no damage at all. Love seeing that happen. He really wants to go and get my, Ipitane. How much movement you got? 5? You can go over here and attack. Are you going to take no damage again? No, this time you took damage. Yeah, these centaurs have made a horrible, horrible error of judgment. Why does this guy feel the desire to always charge around him? It would make sense if this was a cavalry hero that got charge, but you don't have charge. I guess I'll let you do what you want to do. Maybe you want to go for the flanking. Is that the plan? You're just going for a flanking boost? Maybe. Alright, sure. A little bit of extra XP for my hero. 20 spices. Finally! Pop. Okay, we're actually getting some benefit now. Let's go pop another one of these ruins. 85 more dust. Could try to snag this away from the Alai, or we can try and explore a new region. I don't know how much longer we can expect the dust eclipse to last. Probably not that long. More life on units, or do you start going for other things? I think we continue focusing on life for units. It's a pretty nice perk. Makes just everything function better in general. We'll pick this up. The 37, a crossbow that, again, I cannot use. Movement conflux, I guess I'll pick up. Not that I really need it, but we'll try. Pick up these pearls, go somewhere else. Okay, in 6 turns, we have to have another Empire plan up and running. I have plenty of influence coming in at the moment, so I'm okay with that. Please have nobody else beat me to the Altar of Orga. I really, really could use the extra approval. Okay, Mercenary Market's going to be done, and I can immediately buy a new governor for my city, which we should do. So let's go to the marketplace and take a look. No cultists. Oh, come on. No cultists. Okay, well. Dust boost. Science boost. Expansion support. Not really relevant to me. Influence. Army attack and damage. Dust. Science boost 3. Dust efficiency level 2. Industry boost 2. Okay, so Pex here. Science boost 3 gives us a lot of extra science per hero's level in the city. It's a substantial amount of extra science. We'd be able to get even more. But then we have things that I don't care about. Like a lot of fortification. And I'm not going to be doing trade routes. So we don't get a lot of benefit aside from just a lot of science from Alchemical Genius and a lot of science from Science Boost. But it does cover my biggest bottleneck in the city right now. Alternatively, Wild Walkers. Industry Boost 3 gives me just flat industry. And the Wild Walker faction talents are very industry-focused. So, Terrain on Force, we have that. More industry. Production cost reduction, so we spend less industry for buildings. Percentage boosts and upkeep boosts. I mean, ultimately, I think that we have to go for the Wild Walkers hero. I would have much preferred to find a cultist, but since that has not been made an option to me, and I cannot await 11 turns for a new hero to pop up, we are going to have to go for you. Though it pains me to do so. Truly, it does. All right, grab the pearls, and then I have no idea what to do with you. Go over there. How many pearls is this? 3? Pick up the pearls and then run this way. We weren't going to get there in 1 turn anyway. We might as well get some benefit out of it. Alright, so that's already available for my academy. I knew that. Alright, we're going for a full hour here, by the way. I'm sure some of you guys may have noticed this is a long video, but again, I'm trying to catch up as much as I can. Already, we've more or less caught up in terms of turns. We're up to, like, turn 36. Good, we have at least 1 more turn with the eclipse. That's nice. Uh-oh. And here come Minotaurs. Alright. Sure, do that. Well, I'm just going to control this straight here. You're not going to do a dang thing about nothing. Do I want to charge after him? How much movement you got? 4? So he'll be able to get around my Ipotane. I'm going to have you sit tight. I'm actually going to forego my entire first turn. How much? What did you say? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to back up. And have you back up too. Let him come after me. Trying to reduce how much damage I can take, and this is a very nice, convenient bottleneck. So let's just pile on this guy. Actually should move this guy down here to get some extra morale bonuses, but alright. Move forward and then attack. Okay, hero gets to kill this guy. You move forward. He's going to move forward. We get a free counterattack. Actually taking some damage this time around, but whatever. And the Minotaurs are dead. Good. Again, just extra XP for a hero. Heck, if we kill enough minor factions and stuff, maybe we can get the legendary deeds. Right? I mean, we have to destroy 10 armies. Currently, we are not at all winning that, but eventually, maybe. Attack and defeat 10 armies of other empires. We're not going to fight other players yet. Trade incomes we're never going to use, so most of these legendary deeds are completely irrelevant to me. 100 dust. Nice. Let's go and find out for sure who red is. Still no sign of your city. How big is this region? Who knows? We'll find out. Okay, for now, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and pop you into the garrison, because I'm not really sure what to do with you. There's nowhere really to run right now, so we might as well save ourselves some dust and just stay there. While my hero kind of goes gallivanting off wherever he wants. Could have gone for the upkeep reduction, but whatever. Okay. Alchemy Workshop is still 4 turns away, but I'm really trying to get this stupid thing done. 2 turns on the Altar of Auriga, and we'll probably immediately go for another district so that we can level it up to level 2, and that will solve a lot of my problems with contentedness. So who we got? Still not sure, but you have a lot of ruins that I'm going to take. No, that's a cliff. Alright. Level up any district or city center and get Imperial Highways for free. Which, guess what, is basically worthless. But still, a free tech, I suppose, is a free tech. I mean, it'll get me into the next era a tiny bit faster, and we're going to do it anyway, so I mean... whatever, I guess. It's just, ugh. Of all the techs they could have given me for free, Imperial Highways was the one you wanted to go with? Alright, so that's the end of the eclipse. Still no sign of the red player. Wait, there we go. It is the Forgotten. Ooh. And this is a cliff. You are working on the Museum of Auriga. Hello. Well, it is a race, but I'm 1 turn away. Are you 1 turn away? God, I hope not, because this is going to get awkward. Let's find out who gets it. Who gets the funsies? It appears that it is me. Yay! Alright, we get the museum. Perfect. So now we get a lot of extra dust, science, and approval. Still only content, but once we are finished with the borough streets, that should fix. I could go for some extra science or food. We are actually happy now. Okay, so that does actually improve things a little bit. I think I'm going to stick on industry for the borough streets, and we'll reevaluate next turn. You know something? Forget that ruin. It's too hard to get to. Grab this, though. Valiant Lightning, another crossbow that I can't use. Red and green, please fight each other. Alright, we're going to send the hero back down here. We need to pacify some villages. We actually still haven't talked to any villages using my language square. We haven't even used that at all. But we should go and pacify some people. And we need to continue our faction quest. You've leveled up, so I guess we'll go ahead and pick up the assignment cooldown. Not the most important talent, the weakest of the bunch. Alchemy Workshop will be done. And we'll reevaluate our citizen lineup. Okay, so... do I stick on the borough streets? I can grow a bit faster if I do this. And by a bit, I mean a pretty fair bit. What about research? What do I want? If I went for alchemical alloys, I'd be able to fit people with some glass steel weapons, and maybe, just maybe, we could attack a player. If we train up a bunch of Ipitanes. Maybe. I still want to get the burrow in 4 turns. If I do it this way, we can shave off a turn from alchemical alloys. Yes. All of this seems fine. Okay. And we can do an empire plan. Do I want to continue with the science? We could go for building production. I think we are going to start ramping up unit production. I do think we're going to do that. So I'm going to stick with exactly what we have here. And yeah, we're going to start building up an army, and we need to go for some form of early aggression. Hopefully, we find out that one of the other AIs attacks each other. That is the most convenient turn of events, and we'll pick a side, probably kill green. Although I hate the Forgotten, their spying is annoying. That would be the ideal, but worst come to worst, if I can get enough units out there with some good glass steel weapons, maybe we can make something happen against the Alai, especially during the summer when they are the worst attackers. We'll find out. Thank you all very much for watching. Again, I apologize for the weird direction this series has taken, but I think it had to happen. I stand by this decision, so hopefully you'll bear with me. This, I think, is already proving to be a more interesting start because we know there's going to be some different diplomacy and interactions than we had before. So I hope you're looking forward to that. Again, please hit that like button, show your support in the comments section. Of course, subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys next time.